You know, it still being beginning of the year, but still in the month of January, I wanted to do this video here on goal setting. Before we go any further though, if you could click like, subscribe, and share. Also, don't forget, visit www.lifemattersplus1.com. There, you can access the YouTube video directly. You can also get information on the AI Lapono support group, as well as purchase items that support mental health advocacy. So let's get right into it. So I thought goal setting was perfect because, again, at the beginning of the year, a lot of times we're hitting that restart button, right? We're setting goals or resolutions, as many will call it, around this time of year. So I thought it'd be, a perfect setting to kind of help in hitting that restart, right? So as this video goes on, I want you to think of current goals you may have, or even goals you want to set. And this can be centered around family and home, financial and career, spiritual and ethical, physical and health, social and cultural, and mental and educational. So the first thing in goal setting is you want to set goals that motivate you, right? It's hard to conquer goals if you're not motivated by that goal, right? So make sure they're important to you, and make sure you find value in them and value in achieving them. And set goals that relate to high priorities in your life. You want it to be in relation to what you're trying to do in life and with your life. And throughout it, you want to maintain the attitude of, I must do this. So the next one, which will probably be familiar to a lot of you, is setting SMART goals. And we know SMART, and for those that don't know, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So, specific goals, we want to make sure they're clear and well-defined on what is the goal, right? Measurable. Here you'll look at putting what is a date you maybe want to achieve this. If there's any numeric number to put to it, and I'll use a common one, for example, weight. Is it 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and by what date? So you want to kind of look at those kind of things when you're setting a goal and putting, measure to it. And then attainable. Ensure it's possible to achieve the goals, but don't make your goals too easy, right? If you hitting it out of the park, maybe you need to put a little more challenge on there. Maybe that's not necessarily a goal. Maybe that's, okay, I've arrived here already, now I want to take it up a notch. So you can maybe utilize that same goal, but what can you do to make it a little more of a challenge for you? Relevant. Make sure your goals are relevant, again, to the direction your life is taking or that you want it to take. That's very important. If it's not relevant to what you're trying to do, that does make it a challenge to, one, work at the goal and achieve the goal. And then the last one, time bound. So set yourself deadlines. Again, I'll use weight as an example. If I want to lose X amount of pounds, I want to use it by here. And in doing that, you also are setting a date for you to celebrate. So if you meet that goal, okay, I'm gonna celebrate on this day. And let's say you don't meet it when you set it to, that's okay. Let's just set a new deadline. And remember to celebrate, right? So the next one in goal setting is set your goals in writing. So everything we've been talking about, write it down, right? So make the goals tangible, and seeing it makes it tangible, right? And it gives you no excuse to forget about your goal. And another good thing is post your goals in places that you're going to look at daily. Maybe in your bathroom, on the mirror, right? You got to go in there every day. Whether it's hygiene or a deposit, right? So bathroom is a good place. Maybe somewhere in your vehicle to where that thing is in front of you in the forefront and you're seeing it every single day. Next, make an action plan. Write out steps needed to achieve goals and cross them out as you complete them. I don't know about any of you, but I know when I make a to-do list, the most satisfying feeling is when I can mark off that I did that, right? And then as you continue to mark off the list, and when you mark off that whole thing, it feels good. So do the same thing with your goals. Lastly, stick with it. It's an ongoing activity. Build reminders to keep yourself on track. And make sure relevance, value, and necessity remain high. So know that you set a goal today. Are you going to achieve it tomorrow? Probably not. But that all goes in with, setting whatever those deadlines are for the goal that you're trying to achieve. And maybe it is a goal that you're trying to achieve by the end of the night. Something that you're trying to do, right? But again, remember, this is ongoing. And even once you meet a goal, let's set another one. And something that I've started this year in particular, we use our calendars for appointments, maybe when a bill is due, or someone's birthday, or anniversary, or events, right? So one goal I've set with myself this year is to make self-care a priority. Not just sometimes, not when I feel like I have time, not just, I have free time, let's do it, right? But I'm going to pencil it into my schedule like I would do anything else. So already for January, February, March, I have dates to remind myself to schedule things that are self-care to me, like getting massages. So that's one way to build in reminders, to keep track. However you do it. Some people still use, like an agenda, but whatever. But know this, goal setting is much more than simply saying you want to do something or make something happen. Unless you clearly define exactly what you want and understand why you want it in the first place, your odds of success are considerably reduced. By following these rules of goal setting, you can set goals with confidence and enjoy the satisfaction that comes along with knowing you achieved what you set out to do. And I think in all this, the one thing I want y'all to do, not only set your goals, not only write them down, but remember to celebrate. No matter how small of a goal, how big of a goal, celebrate. That's all I got for y'all. Life Matters Plus One, Stephanie Henderson. Don't forget www.lifemattersplusone.com and click like, subscribe, and share.